It's a promise you shouldn't have made. I didn't belong to anyone.
You're too young to be on your own.
The popular time travel romance Outlander may have just wrapped up production, but a lot of people already have plenty of theories as to what's gonna happen. The cast and the show's official accounts have been teasing fans as to what the next installment has in store, and there are plenty of speculations flying around. In this video, we'll be talking about the many fan theories on the internet, what will be included from the book and what will be excluded, what can we expect from the characters, will there be a lot of action and romance? Sit tight and let's go right ahead. But before we get into the video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel with notifications on so you don't miss any of the new videos we post. First, there's some bad news for fans of the show. The beloved Starz drama has been delayed. It was set to begin filming in May 2020. However, the COVID-19 pandemic affected production not just of Outlander, but of many other shows and movies. The historical romance only started filming early in 2021. While waiting for the new season, let's take the free time we have to discuss a few theories. Earlier this week, it was announced that the 6th season will be coming in early 2022. The beloved time travel romance adaptation from Starz has had a more specific release date, February 22nd. Sam Heughan himself tweeted about it, so it's best not to make any Valentine's Day plans yet. Filming for the 6th season just wrapped up this week, with many of the show's actors marking the occasion on social media. As part of the World Outlander Day celebrations, a video was released featuring interviews with the cast. The new season will have 8 episodes. The Outlander Twitter account has confirmed that the 6th season will have 8 episodes and the 7th season will have an extended 16 episodes, with filming set to begin in early 2022. The new season will address Claire's recovery from the traumatic events of the last season. Claire will try to plow on and get back to normality, but it will be a difficult journey. The show and the cast have generously shared plenty of behind-the-scenes videos and photos. On the 29th of March, the official Twitter account premiered a 1-minute video teasing the 6th season. In addition to the footage, there were also lots of new characters, potential drama, and plenty of new relationships. The cast has also been busy with their own content, and Vlahos has been particularly prolific. Out of all the show's seasons, the 5th has made the most significant changes from the book to the TV. Adaptations are supposed to be just like that. They should be based on source material, but it's not completely bound to it. It's only normal for some things to be omitted if it doesn't make sense narratively on television than it does on the book. Novels and television shows or movies are different platforms after all. The show's 5th season was mostly based on the 5th book in the series, but the job of predicting what might make the jump from the pages of the book to the screen in the 6th season is a little tough. The series will be surprising to people no matter how familiar they are with the books. Furthermore, the next book in the series, A Breath of Snow and Ashes, in true fashion, is so incredibly long with over 1,000 pages, there's plenty of material for the series to be based on. The 6th season may answer some of the show's strangest mysteries. In the show's very first episode, Frank Randall passes by a mysterious man in a beret. Nobody saw the man's face, however he is wearing a Scottish kilt, and because he is staring up at Claire Fraser through a window, has the implication that the man is none other than Jamie Fraser, Claire's husband from the 18th century. Frank is alarmed by this encounter, thinking that he has just seen a ghost. Diane Gabaldon, the author of the books Outlander is based on, confirmed that it is indeed Jamie's ghost. However, it isn't revealed yet just how Jamie's ghost landed in the 1940s, when he doesn't have the ability to travel through time. The author once revealed that Jamie's ghost is in his mid-20s. This is quite bizarre considering that he was already middle-aged in the show's 5th season. A few fans surmise that Claire may have time-traveled back to the 18th century. Viewers think that Frank's ghost was seen in the 1940s because he wanted Claire to save him from being caught by the Redcoats. If viewers remember correctly, Frank was almost killed by the Redcoats in the first season had it not been for Claire's warning. Claire went back in time when the stones at Craignadown were the most powerful. There are many theories that ghosts can travel through time by the power of the stones, and that it was Claire's rescue of Jamie that established their strong connection. A few fans speculate that Jamie died during the Battle of Culloden during the 2nd season. They also think that's when his ghost traveled through time. However, others presume that Jamie is simply just a consciousness projected through time, or that he's stuck in a time loop. In the 5th season, Jamie says he can't travel through the stones, but it seems that the stones might have a plan of their own. The idea that Jamie's ghost can time travel avoids the fact that a living Jamie can't do the same. It's something that the 6th season can work on. However, the author has hinted that the mystery of Jamie's ghost won't be solved until the series' 10th and final book. However, we don't know how the series will carry on. Should the 6th season be the last of the show? If it is, then it's possible that the show will skip ahead ahead to give fans answers on a few things. There's a possibility that Bree and Roger will travel through time for real. One of the things in the 5th season that caught everyone's attention is Bree and Roger's time-traveling debacle. Pulling away from the book, the show had Bree and Roger say their goodbyes before traveling through the stones back to the future, but they came out in the same exact spot. It turns out that it was a huge fake-out. If the 6th season follows the book closely, Bree and Roger will have a more urgent need to get back to the 1970s. They both have a daughter born with a heart defect, which Claire can't fix. With the little girl's life in danger, the now 4 Mackenzies have no other choice but to leave Fraser's Ridge. It might be time to meet Christie's family. You must be new to the series if you thought that Claire might get some respite from all the horrible and traumatic things that have been happening to her. She has been kidnapped and assaulted in the finale of season 5, and if that scene has been pulled from the book, A Breath of Snow and Ashes, there will still be tragedies finding their way to Claire in the show's 6th season. Much of Claire's suffering has been caused by a young woman named Malva Christie and her family. In the book, Malva is Claire's apprentice. In the book, Malva's father Tom knows Jamie from Ardsmuir prison, and that is how Christie came to settle on Fraser's Ridge. Malva gets impregnated by her abusive brother, and she also resorts to almost fatally poisoning Claire and Tom so that she can have Jamie for herself. She tells everyone that Jamie is the father of her child, ends up murdered, and Claire ends up being arrested for her death. There's a possibility that Fergus might break the hearts of fans. Up until this point, the show hasn't used Marcelli and Fergus fully. The couple has an emotional storyline in the book that might change that, but it all depends on the direction the series decides to follow. Everyone knows that Marcelli is pregnant with her 4th child, and in the book, the boy named Henri Christian is born with dwarfism. With all the things people at the Ridge like to think about, it's easy to see how people can be nasty towards the boy. Fergus feels worthless that he isn't able to provide for his family. He also feels ill-equipped when it comes to the young boy. This all leads to a heartbreaking moment when Jamie finds Fergus trying to kill himself. The sad scene can easily rip the hearts out of viewers because Jamie considers Fergus his son. He tries to tell Fergus that he is loved, valued, and needed. Everyone might finally learn what Claire's and Jamie's obituary is all about. One of the many things that's been hanging over the show since the 4th season, and the same reason why Brianna decided to travel back in time, is an obituary that says Claire and James Fraser died in a fire. The fire happened at the end of the book, but it's not what most people think. Everyone should know that in book 6, Claire makes homemade ether and Brianna makes matches. However, the actual house fire is mostly the result of an accident that has to do with the reappearance of another time traveler, Wendigo Donner, who is introduced in the 5th season. He is in search of gemstones that will let him go home to his own time. The house on Fraser's Ridge does burn down, but fans may already know that Jamie and Claire were not harmed during the fire. However, it acts as a catalyst for their next adventure, a return to Scotland. What do you think will happen on the 6th season of Outlander? Do you have your own theories? Share it with us in the comments section. We and the rest of the show's fans would surely love to know. Watch out for our next video.